In late August 2021, we traveled an unusual direction for us. For this time of year, we went west with our grandson Isaac and hit 3 national park areas and 2 state park areas in 5 days. Our first stop was Guadalupe Mountains National Park, where we briefly checked out the Pine Springs Visitor Center area and then headed immediately for the nearby Pine Springs camping area. The campsites there are more appealing than a Walmart parking lot due primarily to the mountains that surround the area. Not really the kind of camping we enjoy. Here are a few of the RV sites without any hookups. There is community water available, and these are some of the sites that have picnic tables adjacent to the site. Then here are other sites in the middle of the parking area that will accommodate very large rigs. There are no dump stations at this campground area, but again, let me emphasize how majestic the mountains are. Picnic tables on this side of the park are shared real estate. The bathrooms are very clean and do have flush toilets, but no showers. Back at the visitor center, we checked out some hiking options, and since we didn't have a lot of time, we chose the Friole Ranch Manzanita Springs area. This area is just a few short miles from the Pine Spring Visitor Center area. Look at those clouds. We decided to unpack our lunch at one of the covered picnic tables here in the day use area. We enjoyed a really nice breeze on this particular day with the thermometer reading an 84 degrees. Very unusual for Texas in August, but I suppose it's related to the altitude here. touch the water. It's definitely cold. Definitely spring fed. I'm going to move over here and let you get a shot of some of the wildlife we've seen on the trail. Interestingly, there are nicer picnic tables down here by the ranch house. Nice natural shade. Not quite as much breeze, and you would need to pack your picnic in, but that wouldn't be too hard. Nice paved path. This little red building was used as a bunkhouse. I like the shade tree. Probably wasn't there when people were bunking in it. I think maybe we can peek inside this window. I'm pretty sure that vacuum cleaner wasn't here when the pioneers were. Well, let's go on over to the bunkhouse. Excuse the steps. That's our grandson Isaac. Here's another window we can peek in. I definitely recommend this as a better picnic area than the one up by the parking lot. If you can cart your picnic down here, if you listen. I think you can hear the water running from the spring. It's absolutely a gorgeous sound. From the ranch house, you pick up the Manzanita Spring Trail, which is 0.4 miles round trip. It says it's rated easy and accessible. So we're going to do that. I'm told further down the trail, there's a good waterfall that's running pretty steadily right now, they say, and I don't know if the boys will go, but I sure want to. Heading down the trail. I guess this is the remains of the orchard that the settlers here carted fruit over a 60-mile wagon trip to Van Horn, Texas, to sell their produce.
Almost twisted my ankle on a hole in the pavement. What pavement are we talking about?
Yeah, Dan just pointed out we found the trail wheelchair accessible up to a point, and then not really so much. We kept going for quite a ways, but we never really made it to the waterfall before we turned around and started back.
If this was wheelchair accessible, your wheelchair would never be the same again.
This was an unusual sighting, a dead tree trunk with a cactus growing out of it. This is the spot in the trail where you arrive at the actual Manzanita Springs area. You can't really see it, but there's a pond back there among the cattails that you see. This is as much of the actual springs as we saw. Here's some of the Apache plume that I said I would try to get a picture of. Look how feathery the blooms are. That's an interesting question. We'd love to show you more of the Guadalupe area, but we had some camera operator failure while we were here in the area. So we're going to end with some of these historic photos of the Manzanita Springs area. Apparently this is what it looked like back in the day. And you saw what we saw today in August 2021.